Hi, this is Natasha Fernandez from China Daily, and I'm here with Cameron Walker, president of the Gifts, Home, and Hardware show. So, Cameron, we're at the first day today, so how's it all going so far?
So first of all, I want to welcome everyone to the show and anyone who's watching online. There's still 3 days left, so by all means, make it out to the Asia World Expo in Hong Kong. So the trade show here, we have about 1,000 booths of gifts and home products. We're about in the 10th year, so the show is pretty mature. The positioning of this show is for buyers is more or less that we want to find the best products in China and around Asia to show to the buyers. So we do a ton of curation, especially compared to some of the other shows out there. To be honest, we're not the biggest show, but we do think that we have the best content. We also give suppliers a lot of opportunities to, if they have unique products in the gifts and home space, to do a lot of extra exposure.
Okay, so what trends are we seeing this spring?
So I would say we're seeing environmental. So people are really looking for environmentally friendly products. The buyers are also, when we talk to the buyers, they all say what they're looking for is something different. So it's not necessarily along, one or two themes, but what they're afraid of is that they come to one of these shows and they source the exact same product as 20 other people. So what they're really looking for is something that's unique in the marketplace, something that's new, something that they can take home and they can have an advantage over their competition for a limited period of time. So, worldwide, the period where you can, everyone is selling the exact same thing and maybe these buyers can slap a label on it, their own brand name and succeed, that is pretty much kind of coming to an end. And what these buyers are looking for is something new, unique in the market that they haven't seen before in their own product categories that they can really take advantage of. So that's what we try to help them with.
Okay, so there are a lot of innovative products that we can see here today, and I know that as you've mentioned, environmentally friendly, right? Like most of the products are going along that direction. I know that a lot of products are also trying to be smart at the same time. So will you be able to shed some light on like those smart products?
So I think that right now is a new era in smart products. We as Global Sources started doing a lot of, putting these products in our shows maybe 2 or 3 years ago when they were starting to get popular, but honestly the industry wasn't very mature. So what you had suppliers who have 20 or 30 years of manufacturing experience, so their hardware is quite good. But when they start getting into app development and software development and getting the software to work together with the product, there was a lot of problems. So right now what we've seen is we have Microsoft in the space, we have Amazon in the space, we have Apple in the space, and we have a lot of better app development from these China suppliers. So now we're starting to get products that actually work. So you'll see around here a lot of Alexa speakers, some of the Cortana, the Microsoft speakers, and Apple HomeKit. So I think that this is kind of maybe the first time or the second time that we've started to really see this development speed up. I think starting from now, 6 months from now, it'll be even more apparent, and a year or two from now, it'll be everywhere.
Okay. And what about the space-saving furniture? Are there products from that direction coming in?
So it's a big trend. I think people are living in kind of smaller and smaller spaces. People also want to, decorate their space, in a new way. So what we're seeing is there actually is quite a bit of innovation there. So a lot of these suppliers in China are creating kind of space-saving solutions, so drawers and closets and all that kind of stuff. And if you get a chance to see the products, maybe you think it's just a box, but actually like they're flat folding boxes. They're taking they're looking at what the trendy colors are. And there's actually quite a bit of innovation in the space. So when buyers come here, we see a lot of them going to those booths, and those suppliers are really quite popular.
Apart from the smart products that we have here, the environmental products, I've noticed that there are a lot of traditional and classic products that we see, and those are the products that we use on an everyday basis. So how have those products changed now in terms of design, and what are they working towards?
Right, so when we talk to the suppliers know that China's price advantage is, if it's not gone, it's very close to gone. But maybe they've been manufacturing these traditional products for 20 or 30 or 10 years. The way that they're doing things now is they're looking for design help. So they may be going overseas to learn the trends of the market, or they may be hiring overseas designers, or they may have in-house designers. And a lot of these for things like kitchenware or some other kind of traditional products, they're putting out new designs on a quarterly basis. They're paying very close attention to some of the color trends in the market, and that gives them a big advantage on price. Because they can price their goods a lot higher than some of the suppliers who are just doing the same old, same old. So that's Global Sources. This one of the jobs of this show is to teach suppliers kind of how to do that. The Cool Design Awards. That's part of what we're doing. We want to show all the suppliers, these couple suppliers that are really doing new and interesting things in the traditional product market, and kind of pull the whole market over that direction.
So it's very much educating the market at this point, right?
Right.
So just my very last question. So now that we walk around in this, this show, what will we be able to see? What kind of highlight zones do we have?
So I think you'll see a lot of interesting booths, a lot of curated content. The special zones in this show are basically around the theme of trying to show the buyers the coolest products that are at the show. So we have the Cool Design product gallery, which is right behind us here, that has 100 plus curated products. So we've taken 4 months to curate those products. We've had international big buyers judge those products. We also have a design corner where companies that have design capability can put their booths there, but they have to go through an application process with us. And then over in Hall 2, we have a social media live broadcasting zone where suppliers who have cool products can apply for one of the people that we've hired to do a live broadcast on our Facebook channel. So basically, I mean, we spend a lot of time bringing in the best content to this show, and then we really encourage suppliers to, before the show, to raise their hand, tell us what they're bringing, and we'll do the best we can to show the best products to the buyers who come, and honestly, the buyers online as well.
Yeah. So that makes it a very, a show that has a lot of quality and as well as, again, best content. So I'll just have to thank you so much, Cameron.